Dear students, in the previous video, we have seen how a protection model can be represented as access matrix and how other domains can be represented as objects of an access matrix for domain switching. Now we will discuss the operations that can be performed on an access matrix to make changes to the entries in an access matrix. So there are three operations that we are going to discuss: copy, owner, and control. We'll begin with discussing copyright. Now, this copy is an access right. So here you have two matrices, matrix A and matrix B. So we look into matrix A first. This matrix A has three domains, D1, D2 and D3, and it has three objects, F1, F2 and F3. Any process running in any of these domains have the corresponding access rights, as we can see. Now, this copyright is going to provide you with an ability to copy an access right from one domain to another. So, read is an access right, write is an access right, execute is an access right, and these are all executing in different domains. So, this copyright is going to let you copy this access right into different domains. And a copyright is going to be represented with an asterisk or a star next to an access right. Now read is an access right. So you have a star next to it. Write is an access right. You have a star next to it, right? So we'll take up an example. Let's say a process PI is executing in domain D2. Now it can execute file F1, it can read file F2, and it can execute file F3. There is a copyright next to this read. That means if a process PI is executing in domain D2, then it can copy this access right to domain D1 or to domain D3 or to both. That means, let's say there is a process which is running in D2. If it can read a file in D2, in a domain D2, then it can also read the same file in D1. It can also read the same file in D3. No matter in what domain that process is executing, it should be able to read a file. It makes sense, right? If a process can read a file in one particular domain, then it has access to that resource. That means it should be able to have access to that resource in any of the domains. So if you have to copy an access right, then you should have a star. So since you have a star here, read can be copied. So in this figure, in figure B, you can see that read access right is copied to domain D3. There are two variants of copy operation. One is transfer and one more is propagation. In transfer variant of copy operation, if it is transfer copy that is being performed, then once the access right is copied from one domain to another, it is going to be removed from the original domain. That is, let's say you are copying the access right read from D2 to D3. If it is transfer copy, it will be removed from D2. It is transferred to D3. You are transferring the copyright. Whereas if it is propagation, which is also called as limited copy, then the copy is limited. That is, if you can copy the access right read from D2 to D3, but you cannot copy it further. That is, you cannot copy it from D3 to D1 or D3 to any other domain. The next operation is owner. That is, the next right that you have is owner right. This owner right allows addition and removal of rights. Now let's say in domain D1, now this domain D1 is the owner of the object F1. Therefore, this D1 can add or delete any valid right in column F1. So here you can see there is this D1 is owner of F1. So it can make any changes in this column. Therefore, in the next diagram, you can see this execute has been removed. Whereas D2 is the owner of F2 and F3. and it has made changes. It has added the access right into D3 for both F2 and F3. Next, we discuss about one more control right, one more access right, which is control right. So this gives you the right for changing entries in a row. So far, we have been doing only for columns, right? So we had changed here in this column. We have changed in this column. We have made changes in this column. Whereas here in control right, that is control right allows you to make changes in a column, and the control right is applicable only to domain objects. Now these are the hardware and software resources, and these are the domain objects. So this control right can make changes, or it is applicable to only to these domain objects. Okay. So here you can see in the second figure that G2 is having control control right entry for domain D4. That means D2 can control D4. D2 can modify the domain D4. Okay. So D4 earlier was here in the first figure. You can see it was earlier read write for F1, F3. So that can be changed to write and write. And who is going to do this? D2 is going to do this because it can control D4. Thank you.